All right, guys, it is December 2025, and it's time for my annual review of my life. And so I usually do this with a written post. I'm still going to do that. So if you check my social media profiles on January 1st, I'm probably going to post this with extreme detail so you can see everything I'm talking about. The results are in or almost in on almost every goal I set for 2025. I have this weird thing that I do where I live my life pretty publicly. I set goals and then I publish them publicly, and then I have the balls to tell everybody if I achieve them or not at the end of the year. I do that mainly because I find that I do better. Harvard did a study that just by writing down your goals, you are I think 60% more likely to achieve them than if you just keep them in your head. But then you are extremely likely to achieve them if you share them with others, and then you are accountable to reporting back on did you do them or not. And so I'm like, what would be the most extreme case would be sharing them with the entire world and then publicly on the internet through the power of social media, and then having the courage to be honest. I've developed different systems, and the one I've kind of landed on is instead of setting a million goals, because I think you can set too many goals and then you won't hit the most important ones, I set 2 goals. I have this long list I'm about to share to you, but I want you to know the first 2 things are really the goals, and the other things are just kind of things I would like to see happen. I call it other things I would want to see happen this year. And so those are kind of the fun side quests, but they're not mandatory. I think the big 2, I usually have one personal and one professional that are my if I only get one thing accomplished this year, what would be the most important thing to accomplish that would take me towards my bigger picture goals in life? What would those be that would make the biggest impact on my life and my future? I'm going to make those my big ones, and then everything else is kind of the nice to haves, fun. So that's how I do it. You are free. Everything I share, steal it. Feel free to exactly copy it or modify it or tweak it. Use it to your own advantage in your life. But I'm just going to share what's best practices for me, and I'm going to share my results. And then you do with this what you want in your own life. I would love it if in the comments you would share that you're going to do this. If you're inspired to do this, tell me, and then post in January what your goals are for 2026, and then have the courage to tell everyone how you did. So here's how I did. No further ado, my 2025 review. My big personal goal was to weigh less than 200 pounds by the end of 2025. I'm sitting here today at 203, but it's December 5th. I think I've got this one in the bag, guys. I'm pretty locked in. I've been losing 5 pounds a month the last few months. I'm gonna get there before Christmas. If I fail, you'll know, because I'm gonna post on January 1st exactly what I weigh, and there's gonna be no hiding from it. But I'm 90+% sure that I'm gonna get that goal. This was huge, guys. I've been setting a goal similar to this for several years in a row and falling on my face and falling short. I made some major changes in my life and got help, got coaching, got support, used products, everything I could to say I've got to not fail on this one this time. I started the year at 243 pounds at over 30% body fat. I was scanned last week at 19% body fat at 203, and I'm proud to report that pretty much the entire amount of weight loss has been fat. So I've been lifting weights, eating protein, really minding the calories, the diet, having the nutrition dialed in, the workouts dialed in, and I've done it the right way. I didn't do it crash dieting, starving myself, wasting away. I'm still performing well in the gym, feeling great, but man, having 40 pounds off your frame is a life changer. I'm about to go skiing later this month, and I'm excited that I feel like I'm going to be able to do that without embarrassing myself too bad. Man, what a difference. And so I haven't arrived. I'm not like exactly where I want to be health wise, but absolutely life changing progress. So far, I'm really proud of it. I'm really excited the progress I've made. But yeah, I'm saying that one is achieved. The other big goal I set was a business goal. Those of you that follow me know I launched a new company this year called Dealonomy. Dealonomy is a big dream of mine that's a 10-year culmination on my journey into learning mergers and acquisitions, business brokerage, and it's a disruptive technology company in that industry that helps make it easier to buy and sell small businesses. It's an area I'm very passionate about. I've been doing business brokerage for 10 years, and I decided to start a game-changing technology company that would make it 10 times easier for doing transactions in this space. And that's what Dealonomy is. Feel free to check it out. This is not an advertisement or pitch of Dealonomy. I just love what we've done with our team. And we launched May 12th. That's where our website went live. We built it over about a year in stealth mode before we unveiled it to the world this May. And so we're just, 7 months from launch. My big goal was by the end of the year to have over $100 million of active deals in progress in our pipeline at dealonomy.com. And I'm pleased to report we hit that. So we did achieve that. And we hit it pretty early in the year too. Like it didn't take super long to hit that. And we got a little lucky. Some of that was because we took on a few like $10 to $30 million deals that I wasn't expecting that really like goosed those numbers up. But we hit like 120 million in deal pipeline by I think the end of the summer, August, September or something like that. And so we crushed this goal. We've already done our first closing, start to finish on the pipeline. We have a nice flowing pipeline. I'll set a new goal next year, and it might be a similar one to this, but a much bigger number. So stay tuned for that for 2026. But super proud. That was a team effort, and we got it done. So, I mean, this is a huge thing. I think this is maybe one of the first times I've ever hit both of my big goals in the course of a year, the personal one and professional. I'm always aggressive with them. They're always ambitious. And these felt very ambitious and aggressive to me, and to hit them both is extremely meaningful. So, big win. I mean, this is a huge win to hit both of these. So, super excited. And now I want to go to like the fun list. I'm going to work my way through 38 items, which were like the other things I wanted to see happen in 2025. These are just my intentions. And part of this too is I believe when you do this publicly and you just put out there things you want to see happen, I don't like the term manifesting and things like that, but it kind of works. Like you kind of manifest it, but it's really just you share publicly, people see it, people are your friends, people want to see you win, and they'll help you. And the universe kind of responds to you putting out there like what your intentions are, what you want to do. And it's almost just like if you go around looking for the red Nissan Sentra, like you've got that planted in your head and you tell everybody I'm looking for a red Nissan Sentra, your odds of finding a red Nissan Sentra are much higher than you just not publicly talking about it, not having it top of mind. So this keeps it top of mind for me and for my social network, and stuff happens. So the first thing on the list of things I wanted to see happen was to lead a bucket list trip for small business people to Argentina. That was a fail. I did not get that one done. I tried. I formed an itinerary. I started to get interest, but I think I just kind of whiffed on the itinerary. I think I was overly aggressive. I made it too long, too expensive, and people were just like not able to swing it this year in sufficient numbers to make it work. And so I couldn't get the trip filled out in the amount of time I needed to, and then my calendar kind of filled up, and so I had to punt that one. I'm likely going to circle back with an abbreviated itinerary and try again for 2026, so stay tuned for that. I may announce I may take another swing at that in 2026, but I did not get to Argentina this year. However, not on this list is I replaced this with a Hawaii trip that just my wife and I took without a big group. And honestly, I think it was a God thing, like, because I think we honestly needed it. I think I needed just a Melissa and I couples trip. And I think that served our marriage very well. And I think we really, really needed it. And I think God knew I needed that. And I think there was like a divine intervention that I didn't do Argentina and that I did just me and Melissa by ourselves 9 or 10 days to Hawaii instead. We ended up getting really good deals on plane tickets, and because I had the hole in my calendar available from Argentina not happening, I was just like, babe, let's go, let's make it happen. And so we were in Kauai, and that turned out to be a huge blessing. And so this is a fail, but a win, because I substituted out an amazing substitution on this, and never been to Hawaii before, and so that was a bucket list. That was its own bucket list thing for me personally. I've never been to Hawaii. It's the 48th state I've been to, so I still have got 2 more to go to get to all 50 states, but that was a huge blessing. Next items, I said I wanted to do 24 plus wife dates and 20 plus kid dates. Guys, I crushed both of these. I forget where I'm at right now on wife dates, but I think I'm at about 30. And kid dates, I just passed 20, so I've hit that one. But I'm going to have some more this month. So I did good on those, guys. I made it a priority to regularly date my wife and my kids, and I just call that like intentional one-on-one time where we go and spend time together. Generally outside the house, we'll go do something where the phone's put away. They're just fully focused on them and pursuing our one-on-one relationship. I mean, when you got a family of 6, you get a lot of time together a lot of times, but it's hard to get that one-on-one time. And so I use dates as a way to like see my daughters and see my son, and to see my wife one-on-one and to really nurture our one-on-one relationships. And so those are super important to me. I'm going to keep those going every year. So every year you'll see a number I'm trying to hit on wife dates and kid dates, and I'm proud to report did them. The fourth one was 300 plus quiet times with Bible reading. I think I'm on pace for that. I've been averaging about 25 to 28 a month. Like I usually miss a few days a month. I'm not 100% on that, but most mornings I've been getting up early and having some quiet time in prayer and the Bible, and that's been huge for me. So I'll report back. I might miss, I might hit, but if I miss, it's going to be just tiny. So I'm going to try to be faithful to that through December, and then I'll tally up right at the end of the year, and you'll know on January 1st, check back on that one. Item 5 was another one around my marriage. I wanted to have 3 weekend getaways with Melissa, and I did that. So we did, in addition to the Hawaii trip, we had 3 weekends. One was in Dallas, one was in Utah together. It was really fun. And then we had a Weekend to Remember marriage retreat last month in San Antonio. And I'm getting to the age with my kids where my oldest is 17, going to be 18 next year. And this last one, we were able to just go on an overnight getaway and not have any babysitters or grandparents needed, and just let them watch themselves. And like, huge turning point. And now that we achieved that, like that was the first time we did a little weekend getaway. We were local. It wasn't a big deal, but like, now I'm obsessed. Like now we can set more of these. So next year, I'm definitely going to keep doing weekend getaways. I think that's really critical for marriage health, is like having, in addition to dates, have some weekends away, and then every year or 2 or 3, like take a bigger vacation together. So we were due for all of those this year, and so this was huge for our marriage strength. 6 was post 100 videos to social media. I did that one. So thankfully, I hired a videographer this year that's really made this a lot easier for me. We shoot longer form videos together, and then he's been cutting them up into shorts, and And when we're doing short videos, that really makes us be able to hit that 100 plus together. We've had some months where we're posting something almost every day. So I don't know the exact tally on videos. I'll count that up and share that on January 1st. But I think it's safe to say we're crushing 100 on that. Number 7 was create a backyard movie projector setup. Totally did it. Wasn't that expensive, but I found this perfect projector screen and figured out a way to rig it up to some columns in my backyard. And it's a 2-way screen. And maybe I'll get our video guy to like graft in something so he can show us what this looks like. But like, I got a projector, we can just set it up. And then I've got a pool in my backyard, and I've got this patio with seating, and you can see both sides of it. So you can be in the pool watching whatever's on this. It's like 15 feet wide. And I just got like a freestanding sound bar that's super loud and obnoxious and probably annoys my neighbors when we go banging on that. And then this huge screen and projector. And all in, guys, it was probably like $600. Like, projectors are so cheap now. And it just took a little creativity. But man, that's been fun for parties and sports games and special occasions, just kind of setting that up in the backyard. That was a huge dad win for me to do that for the kids and stuff. That one's done. 8 was continue to lead the monthly men's group that I have. I have been doing that faithfully all year, and will continue. That one has been rocking. Number 9 was to lead Big Bend family camping trip for men's group. That was a fail. Missed that one. We just weren't able to like sync up on that. So probably try that again next year. Do at least some kind of camping trip with the men's group. We did it last year. I wanted to do it again this year, but wasn't able to make it happen. Number 10 was hire 3+ amazing new people. Crushed it. We've hired a lot more than that. I think I had about 6, 7 people on my team. 6, 7 on my team at the beginning of the year, maybe a little more. But now we're at 17. So I think we've hired between 5 and 10. I'd have to check the timing on those hires, but it's definitely more than 3. So crush that. Amazing team. Really happy with our progress on our organization. Write 12 monthly investor updates. Did it. Been faithful to keeping my investors. I've had over 30 investors in Dealonomy, and a lot of investors that invest in other small businesses or startups, they complain that they never get updates. They don't know where they're at. And I wanted to do a better job with that as a steward of this business that these people trusted me to invest in. And so I just write regular monthly updates, and I've been faithful to that. And I'm going to keep that going next year as well. Number 12 was buy and install a commercial nugget ice machine in the home. I'm pricing those out. They're freaking expensive, guys. Small chance I might get it done this month, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to swing it. So that's currently a fail, but I still need to get some dang ice going in my house somehow. I'll put up a GoFundMe to fund my, no, I'm just kidding. I won't do that to you. Number 13 was pass 120,000 social media followers. That one's also a fail. I'm a little well short of that right now. I'll have to tally it up, but I think I'm like maybe 90-ish, 80, 90, but just didn't get much traction on several platforms I thought I would have, especially getting into video. So I don't know what to tell you. I just feel like I tried, but couldn't control it. 14 was speak on 3+ stages. Did it. I think I spoke at 4 or 5 or 6 stages. Definitely crossed that one. It was a great year for speaking in public places at conferences, and I keep getting some really good speaking invitations. So that was great. 15 was Amelia on 2+ college tours. Check. Yeah, she toured A&M, she toured UTSA, and I think she toured one more. So that one is a check. 16 is 300+ days with 45 minutes workouts. I haven't tallied that one yet, but I'll be close. I don't think I'm going to hit it. I'll probably end up 250+, but I just had some months where I don't think I'll hit that one. But overall, again, I I hit my weight goal and crushed my progress on physical health. So I'm not mad about it. I'm trying to be where I'm working out pretty much every day. And it doesn't mean I'm like lifting weights real heavy every day. I'm lifting like four times a week, 5 times a week. But on days I don't lift, I want to at least go on a long walk or do some cardio. Yeah, that is a thing I'm trying to get into the habit of, where most every day I work out. I'm going to set a similar goal probably next year and just see how I can do. But shoot for the stars, you'll hit the moon, guys. But I'm a little short probably on that one. I'll tell you the tally end of the year. 17 was organize and attend 6+ SMB meetup events in different cities. Did it. So we did like a tour where we went all over the country doing meet and greet events, kind of promoting Dealonomy on our launch year. And that was a big initiative. That was like my world tour of the United States. Did it. 18+ books read, crushed that one. I think I'm at 24, 25. I'll have to check the tally, but I've been really enjoying reading this year, and that's been a good part of my life. I post book reviews, so also check my end of the year book post. I'll share every single book I read this year and a lightning review and my my score on a 5-star scale. So if you want to know what I read, just check my socials. You'll see that post. Number 19 was attend 95% of my kids' sports events unless I'm out of town. I think I did that. Like, if they were doing something and I was around to see it, I was there. I was seeing it. So I just want to make sure I'm present and going to as many of my kids' stuff as I can. The only times I'd miss stuff is when we had multiple kids. We have 4 kids, and sometimes they're playing stuff on the same night, and I can't be everywhere. But you know, most nights I was able to like stop working, get my butt to wherever they were playing and watch them play, and had a lot of fun. Jet stood out. He made the all-star team, and they went pretty deep in the playoffs, and it was super fun watching his all-star team play. And then Cecilia has really done well in her cheerleading, competitive cheer. They won several contests and you know, went to some big competitions, and so it's fun to see them thriving in their sports. Family at church most weeks, that was a check. Just wanted to make sure we stayed faithful to church attendance. We don't go every week, but I want to be there most of the time, and I'd say we did that. 21 was it's a tradition that we built of 13th birthday trip. Is when any of my kids turn 13, I give them a budget, and they have to plan a trip somewhere in the continental United States. And there's just a set of rules around it. It's like, you have to take the whole family. I have to approve the itinerary. You have to stay in budget. If you run out of money on the trip, I'll get you home safely, but all we're having is peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and water, and we're going home with our tail tucked between our legs if you ever run out of money. So it just kind of puts on them at 13 the ability to like plan, budget, be in charge of a trip, and do something fun, like be in charge of a family vacation. And that's super fun. So I'm saying that's done because by the time I launch this video, it should be done. But it's a ski trip, so we haven't done it yet. So I said I was skiing earlier, and that was Cecilia's choice. Is we've got family up in Colorado, and so she's leveraging that connection to get some free lodging in Winter Park, and then she's going to use her budget for lift tickets and snow fun, and that's what we're going to do for her 13th trip. But she's in charge, and hopefully she does a good job, and we're able to have a good trip on that one. Item 22 is I've got these pergolas in my backyard. I wanted to put new roofs on, and I have failed on that one. They are still roofless at the moment. So punt that one to next year. Didn't get a couple of the home projects done, guys. So hire a housekeeper to come 1 or 2 times a month. That one is like halfway done. We've done 1 or 2 visits, but we're still on the fence whether or not we're going to make that a normal thing or not. But we did have like at least some come out. We had a deep clean, and you know, we may not make it a 1 or 2 times a month thing. We may make it a once a year thing. I don't know, but that was an intention. I'm saying kind of done. Number 24 is a complete miss. It was probably a little too ambitious to do this on my launch year of my new business, but I wanted to learn to paramotor. I did not I did not get that one done. That would have required, like a full week somewhere by myself, learning how to fly with a parachute over my head and a fan on my back. It was fun. That's what a paramotor is. I still want to do that. I just couldn't make it happen financially and time-wise this year, so didn't do that. Number 25 was meet Javier Milei. That was a wild card. He's the president of Argentina, and he seems like a neat guy. And I thought if I was going to Argentina, maybe, and with a bunch of business people, maybe we could set up a meet, with American small business people and him. But since I didn't go, I didn't even get an attempt at that one. So sorry, Javier, I missed you, buddy. Hopefully I can meet you someday. Smoke 13 plus briskets. I'll have to check my camera roll, but I'm going to call this done. I think I've done probably at least 10 briskets, but I think overall I've done like at least a half dozen more cooks. As my diet has ratcheted down and got more strict as I've been losing weight, I kind of started going away from brisket because of the fat content and the calories, and I've been doing more leaner cooks, chicken and pork and stuff like that. But I really made some epic briskets this year, and I think I'm going to call that one done. Break record for biggest closing ever was item 27. Did not, because we had a really big one last year. We didn't beat it this year. I have some under contract right now that could beat our biggest record ever, but they're not going to close by the end of the year, so I'll probably punt that to next year. Number 28 was break most closings ever record. That one, I'm happy to report, is a win. So we did close more deals in 2025 at our business than I've ever closed before. Number 29 was rejoin C12 and attend Current, which is the C12's biannual or semi-annual conference. And I did both of those. I'm really enjoying my C12 CEO peer group, and so that one is a win. Did it. Number 30 was Major League Baseball game or NFL game with Jet. Did it. So we did at least one of those. We definitely went to an Astros Rangers game, and I think we went to a Texans game, but that might have been last year. My memory's fuzzy. I'm just saying it's done because we definitely did it with MLB. I don't know if NFL was this year or last year, but we got that done. So that one's done. Number 31 is I've just been trying to get like more kind of double dates and time with couple friends to come over for dinner and stuff like that. I set an ambitious goal to do 12 plus no agenda lunches or dinners with couple friends. And I fell way short of that one. I probably did like five or six. So friends, sorry, I didn't get enough meals with you, but I wanted to. I just didn't make that one happen. So 31 is a fail. 32 is grow net worth by 7% plus. Did it. 33 was grow semi-passive income streams by 10 plus %. I think I will have done that too. Check at the end of the year. I'll have to do the math on that. But those are going pretty well. Number 34 was equity in another small business. That did not happen. I really was just so focused on Dealonomy and stuff, I didn't have time to like pursue any other angel investments or small business investments. So, would have been nice, but didn't happen this year. 35 was get Jason to move to Texas. That's talking about my COO and good friend Jason Hardy. I'm saying check, but with an asterisk of like, I have a verbal that he's going to, but he's not actually here yet. So should be here next year, I hope. So come on, Jason, get out here. 36 was start or join a poker night. I used to have a really good game I attended in Kerrville. Since I moved to Bernie, have not been part of a poker night. I did not make that one happen, so I'm still don't have poker in my life. If you got a good game in Bernie, Texas, holler at your boy. I just haven't taken the initiative to start one and haven't found one to participate in. 37 was record 30 plus podcasts. I think I barely hit that one. So I think that one is done. I have 2 podcasts now. I've got Inspired or Acquired. So if you want to hear my podcast, it's on everywhere under that name. It's me and a co-host, Patrick Dichter. It's called Inspired or Acquired. And then I started another one just recently called the Clint Fiore Show. And that's going to be on YouTube and all the channels too. So I'm starting to record those episodes. So and that one we're going to have a little more broad base of guests that are just about anyone I want to talk to about random stuff. That'll be fun. So podcasting is happening. And then the last one was to start playing pickleball or tennis again. I'm saying check. I did start playing pickleball. I only played it a handful of times, but enough to where I feel like I'm back in action on racket sports. And I think I'm going to be playing quite a bit more next year, but I just kind of got the ball rolling on that this year. So guys, that was a lot. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I felt like I was talking forever. This was a long list. Super fun to see. The completion rate on this was very high. It just makes me encouraged of like, man, what could I do next year? And I think 2025 was by far the highest completion rate of any of these I've ever done. Like, I really felt like I found my stride with like engineering the life I wanted, setting up the dominoes so that a lot of these fell automatically if I just showed up at the places I was supposed to be, did the stuff I was supposed to do, stack the deck in your favor, and those things are going to happen if you put in the work and do the part you're supposed to do. And so I'm super pleased to report these 2025 results to you, random people of the internet that follow my life's journey. I just want to say thanks for if you watch this video and you're listening to it, like, that's crazy. Why are you watching this? Why do you care? Like, it's neat. I just think it's neat that you care enough to watch and hear about the random crap I'm doing in my life. And I hope that you're doing it because you want to do it too. You know, because you don't have to do what I'm doing, but I want you to engineer the life of your dreams. I want you to set big goals that will change your life forever if you hit them. And then I want you to gamify the heck out of like all the fun things you want to happen. And I want you to live your life to the full. And I want you to die with no regrets. And I want you to like do well. And so I'm cheering for you. I do this for you. I do this for me selfishly because it helps me do more. But I also do it for you because I'm hoping it inspires you to do it too. So share your journey with me. I'm super glad you're on listening in or watching in on my journey. But that was my 2025 year in review. God bless you. Hope you have a wonderful new year. And stay tuned for the final tallies, and the 2026 list will drop soon. Thanks.